not in shape, and you're not the highest achieving person in your career, what qualifies you for a high achieving woman?
You better say that.
Likewise,
You
for
better
women,
say that.
if you ain't got, you're not in shape,
You sitting on your ass.
and you're not putting forth to the effort except for a headache.
Not a headache.
What do you? what qualifies you? What qualifies you for a high achieving man? Nothing. You ready? All right, we're getting live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. What's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the Real Xxample podcast. We got the original crew. Got Risky over here. Got TJ over here. And back once again for the one time, E, also known as Eris. Or Eris, also known as E.
Yes,
Go ahead and talk to people.
I am back with the family. I'm excited. Hopefully y'all have me here for plenty more. Let's get it.
Yes. So today we have a great topic, a very thought-provoking topic that will be brought in by none other than TJ. So go ahead and talk to the people.
And I had to break it down for everybody before we started. So we're gonna start off with an example because I know people are gonna be like, oh, he's just saying this because he's a man and all this good stuff. So same example I was giving E before we got on camera. I'm 5'6.5". I'm very comfortable at my height. I know what I have to offer, but at the same time, if a woman is 6 foot, it'd be really egotistical of me to be like, she's shallow because she doesn't want to date me, right? Now, ideally, we would live in a world where my personality and everything like that would just be enough to bring to the table. But dealing in the reality, most women that are that height are just gonna be like, it's a no-go. And I accept that, right? So reality and ideals are two totally different things. So today I'm giving this disclaimer, if you're not ready to deal in the reality, go ahead and sign off because we're about to get deep, all right? So when it comes to men and women, and another disclaimer, we're talking about relationships, right? I didn't create these rules. This is society, right? So when it comes to men, we can look at this on a chart wise, right? So we about to go to school with it, the Y, the X axis. So if you're looking at a man's chart, right? X being the age, the Y being resources, money, network, your net worth, all that good stuff. You can put whatever you want to put under resources. As a man gets older and he's on his mission and he's handling business, and we're not talking about people that aren't handling business, we're not talking about Atlanta scammers, we're talking about people that are consistently putting in work on a day-to-day basis and they have something to show for it, they're gonna go up this path, right? Now, statistically speaking, between 18 and 25, you're not jumping up that high. You're not jumping up by thousands of dollars each year, right? Some people are doing that, and more power to you, but just statistically speaking, you're not doing that, honestly, until you get to the age of 30. And for blue collar work, you get a promotion, maybe you're a manager now, maybe you're a district manager, and now you're seeing that pay increase where it's after taxes, you came up about 7,000, 8,000, right, at the age of 30. And then most men don't reach their peak of wealth and really start to have resources until they're between the ages of 45 and 50, right? So now we're gonna circle around, we're gonna go to women. Now, I know a lot of women, it's about to be so much flack. I don't know how many more times I gotta tell you that this is just for relationships, so if you're still here, it is what it is. But, so for women, the Y-axis is aesthetics, right? And then the X-axis is age, right? So that's inverse. As they start to get older in a relationship scene, that's going down, right? And so what we're discussing today is we've had other people, whether it be Kevin Samuels saying you're average at best and stuff like that, talk about this and really get heat. But today, just from the people at this table, we're discussing knowing that this is our reality, how does this affect the way that we move with relationships now? And how does this affect what we're trying to do going forward in our intimate relationship? So now we got a little basis, a little premise for the topic. You can go ahead and start off with E, because I know a lot of people kind of want to hear what you want to say. So knowing this, and again, you're a woman that's really getting after in your career, you're leveling up, but unfortunately most guys, especially alpha, high value men, do not care about that aspect just because we don't have access to your money.
Correct. So
when you go on a date, a woman saying that she only makes $30,000 a year doesn't make you say I can't say that would make me be okay, I'm not dealing with you, right? But if a guy says that to you, it's I'm gonna see you. Okay. Wait, where are we at? You sure? Do we need to be in here? So like knowing that, how does that affect like the way that you move with relationships? Do you feel like I know some women say there's like, not to mention like the internal clock. Do you feel like that's putting pressure, or are you like, I'm gonna keep my head down, I'm not really too much worried about that? How do you feel like that just affects how you're moving right now?
Good question.
I know.
I had lean up there and down.
I wasn't even prepared. I think, like I said in a previous episode, I think it's best, since we're talking about money, well, I'm gonna speak on money. It's best that you date within your tax bracket. And sometimes that doesn't always mean dating within your age group, because like I said, most guys in our age group don't make as much as I make. And I'm not no, baller shot caller, but I do well for myself. But older men, I don't know if they are willing to date down, if I'm making sense. You know what I mean?
You'd be surprised.
Really?
I think more so, I have a friend who makes a lot of money. And the deal with him is he dates older, and he's 28. So most of the people he dates are like 37,
Shut your mouth.
mid-30s, late 30s. And because of that, it's not only because of a money situation, but a maturity situation. So if you're mature, and most things, because he talks to me, I'm like little bro in the room. I'm like I'm always like, I'm 30 years younger than him, so I'm 25, he's 28. So we will be in the room, and I'll see these women come up, I see their titles, I see what they do, and I'll also be like, she's a lot older than me. She's a little bit older than you. And he'll sit there and he'll break it down as more so as a value proposition, and saying that I would like to date women my age, but it's not even a money thing, it's a maturity thing.
I can see that.
And so he says, if I'm going and I'm doing certain things and I'm moving in a certain way, I need you to understand and respect that and have maturity about it. Act like you've been there before. Older women have been there before. Therefore, he dates women that can match him on his maturity level. And when it comes down to money, he also got that too. And more times than not, she's treating him out. Because one thing I realized, when you are in that tax bracket, when you have that type of demand, and you also have like, other integral things like time management, groomeliness, you look good, all of a sudden you went from a man with money to top 1% of 1%.
Yeah.
So not only do you make more than 99% of the men, you also have other intangibles that another 99% of men don't have. So now you are rarity. And now you can move, and other women want to acquire that rarity, so they spend time on you. And so since he's living in this reality, that's his reality. He doesn't have time to deal with other women who try to ego trip him and try to downplay him and be like, you know all of that?
Ooh.
You take care, young lady. And that's how he is. Like he's not gonna kill you. He's gonna be like, I see what you're saying, but in the back of his mind, he's like, you're not ready for me.
Okay.
And so I think you'd be surprised, like how many men are not looking so much from an age range thing, because after you hit 22, 23, we all basically dating in that same pool.
Right.
And so it's really of a situation of, do you want to also for figuring out what your limit is too, because there's a difference between dating your own pool, like 20s to 30s, and then you get that creepy old man. So figuring out.
I'm patting my shell there too, y'all.
And so it's like finding a situation that's not so sugar daddy-esque, but more so something where you understand and he understands your maturity level. And if y'all could really meet at the top and build from the top. Okay. And I think that's just one thing I've seen, because I'm not at that tax bracket, but I've seen a man who does move in that vein, and that's just how he processes things. I can't speak for all men because I ain't there yet, but that's how he moves in things.
Well, if y'all know some 20-something, 28, 29, 30 euros with no children, holla at your girl. Holla at your girl. Okay, that makes some money now. I don't want no broke-ass grown man.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Listen, around some broke folks.
Y'all don't, but shit, you
Some
never
local
know.
jokers.
Hell, you never know. Let me go ahead and put that out there. You gotta make a little coin.
No, for sure.
She said that so they won't slide in the DMs.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it
is.
That was a disclaimer for y'all. No DM slides. Like, now you can drop
Listen,
that.
if you a shooter, you gonna shoot.
Hell no, don't waste your time.
That's real, but that's if you a shooter though.
You gonna get blocked.
Cash dog, what's up?
Expeditiously, okay.
Cash dog, holla at me. I'm having my way. But for real, man. I personally, I think for me, like you said, it's a tax bracket. It's a tax bracket thing for me as well. A bit of a maturity thing too, but for real, man. I mean, I'm 26. You know what I mean? So the women I date are either, you know what I'm saying, 20. Typically range from 23 to 28. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big wealth gap. For real. That's also a big maturity gap. You know what I mean? Based on life experiences and, you know, whatever the case is. So for me, if you can at least fall into those tax bracket qualifications, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm the richest brother out, but you know what I'm saying? We getting bread over here too. So if you getting bread, and then, you know what I'm saying, you can at least keep up mentally, you know what I'm saying, spiritually, emotionally, whatever the case is, you know what I mean? We can talk. But if you can't link up, you know, and meet and fit into one of those boxes or categories, or both of them, for real, I can't even rock out with you. Because, I mean, if you're not all the way there financially, it's understandable, you know what I mean? Especially if you are 23, 24 years old, even 25, you know what I mean? But if you know, entice me mentally, you know what I mean, we can talk. You know what I mean? If you're mature enough to handle somebody like myself, then we can politic. But if you can't, then shit, it's nothing we can do for each other.
Right.
It's a waste of time.
Right.
Shit, I mean, you know, I got some time, but I ain't into wasting.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
True.
I feel like that's the biggest difference, though, much like you said. So for a man, if a woman can come and, like, again, like I said, like, just speaking for myself, I wouldn't want her to be, like, completely beneath my tax bracket. But if she can come and, you know what I'm saying, be able to hold a conversation, be there mentally, spiritually, and be on that level, then we have something we can talk about. But I think when you flip it, I think that's when it gets, like, kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of, I don't want to say cringy, but kind of like iffy. You know what I'm saying? You can't really flip that just typically when it comes to like man to woman. Like if you're under that tax bracket, like your conversation and like spiritual mental could be on point. But if you're under that tax bracket, it doesn't flip around the same way. In most cases.
In most cases. I will say you don't have to be in my tax bracket. I would prefer you to. But you don't have to be. Yeah, but if you gotta hustle about yourself, like a real hustle, like if you trying to go get it, if you're not sitting on your ass, then I might come work with you. I might. A strong, a very okay. Like you gotta come with it in every other category. It gotta be some heat. But like I said, it gotta be a strong mic, cause I'm coming in the door. Listen, credit score, okay, I need to be above a 650. 650, you can get a house. You need to be above that. If you got a car, you ain't gotta have to like, listen, I drive a Honda, I don't like car payments. I don't want to pay a car payment. So you ain't gotta be driving the best or whatever, but I need credit score, I need a savings, I got stock at Home Depot. I need you to have, you got stock? Y'all got investment property? I need you to be somewhere, you need to have something going on. So, you know, does that make sense? Am I making sense?
Oh, no, you make it perfect.
Hell no, I ain't.
Get your ass.
No. I think what really is meant, because a lot of dudes gonna be like, she wants the money, da. And you gotta think about this. How many dudes do you know make enough money for them to be victims of gold diggers? Now I'm gonna let the men digest that who are watching this. How many men do you know make enough money to be a victim of a gold digger? Let's digest that.
That's such a small percentage.
So when you look at
digger, baby, you know what I'm saying?
so when you look at it at that perspective, right? What does a woman want? She doesn't want to worry about her man not being able to pay the bills. Because besides love and sex, why am I with you?
Stability.
A man is supposed to be there to kind of protect the house if we're going back to like just a biological standpoint. And if I'm, you know what I'm saying, if I can't protect my house financially, what good, you know what I'm saying? And a woman has to do it in addition to bearing the kids, right? So a woman has to bear your child. And you can't even afford the house she's in.
Baby.
Can't even afford the medical bills that come with that.
Okay.
But you're the man. That's a problem. And I don't think a lot of dudes see it in that vein. They'd just be like, they'd be like, oh, she said she got to come with a price tag. There's a price tag of life. Life comes with a price tag, and are you meeting that? And if you're not meeting that for yourself, how in the hell can you expect her to be down with you underachieving for yourself, and then you want to bring her under you? So y'all both can underachieve together.
Hell no. Hell no.
That's the difference between reality and
underachieve together.
Yeah.
That's real.
Listen, my mama always say, broke don't marry broke. Broke can't be with broke.
Yeah.
No, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Struggle can't
not
marry
a math
struggle. You feel me? That's not gonna work.
Exactly.
Exactly.
See, but you got to. I also want the guys to hear a different thing that he is saying. He is saying the hustle is proven. That she said that was the only asterisk, and there's an asterisk because she's already earned her keep to put that asterisk forth. What dudes don't understand is that just because you exist does not mean you're entitled.
You better say that.
Entitled to get that woman. You know what I mean? And likewise for women, just because you exist doesn't mean the man's entitled to let you just pop and talk to him crazy. People of high value have now earned that high value and have a reason to put a filter on things. Correct me if I'm wrong, but TJ's fit. TJ has earned his fitness. He has a right to dictate what he's gonna eat now because now he's at a fitness. He's at a higher level. So TJ's like, I bet I can eat a burger today and I can be straight. You know why? Because I'm gonna go ahead and eat right for the rest of these days. Someone who's not at level of fitness doesn't have that luxury. Why? Because they haven't earned that. That's how it needs to be seen. And so that's how life is. Once you hit a certain level of success in a certain area, and if it's highly desirable, like
It's proven.
and it's proven,
Okay.
For a number of years. Because that's the key.
yeah, then at that point, you either have to accept the fact that you're not ready yet, or wait your turn. And I think a lot of people aren't willing. We live in this whole culture now where I deserve everything because I'm the best now, and you haven't done nothing for more than 2 years of consistency in anything. And that's a lot of majority of people. You got to put forth the effort. For example, I work in production, I work in film, I work in photos. Y'all remember the first photos I took? Y'all see the photos I'm taking now. Y'all see the videos I'm taking now. I've came a long way, but guess what, baby? I still ain't got my Grammy. I ain't still got my Emmy, so there's so much farther for me to go. That's my reality check, right? For other people, where's your reality check as far as what you're doing professionally and personally? If you don't got the money, you're not in shape, and you're not the highest achieving person in your career, what qualifies you for a high achieving woman?
You better say that.
Likewise,
You
for
better
women,
say that.
if you ain't got, you're not in shape,
You sitting on your ass.
and you're not putting forth to the effort except for a headache.
Not a headache.
What do you? What qualifies you? What qualifies you for a high achieving man? Nothing.
The aesthetics
Nathan.
alone will not do it.
Right.
So
When you
I
get to that level.
So I think people just, what I'm saying, get out your emotions and think about the reality of the situation. He ain't saying she gold digging. Nah. She wants a man that makes money to provide for her. Just get out your feelings about that. Dudes, if you broke, get more money.
This is
Work.
Okay, it
I got
really
a real
is.
question for y'all, for real. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Not to get off topic. It's still on topic, but
Yeah.
yo, all right, so let's say you got a girl, man, you know what I'm saying, and y'all living together.
Yeah.
You expect your man to pay all the bills, or do you expect, you know what I'm saying, you expect to pay all the bills for your girl?
Once
You know what I mean?
I propose, I'm not gonna be living.
No.
I'm about to say the shacking up thing not happening.
We not okay.
That's real.
You got
So y'all don't believe that y'all need to live with y'all partner before y'all get married?
Here's a statistic I didn't
so.
know. 80% of relationships that for people live together end up not lasting.
Really?
80%. There's a statistic of people after a man sees and dates a woman after a certain point of time, it drops off dramatically. So people who live together because you're supposed to learn, statistically it's not proven. And think about,
Okay.
so I was like, for me, why would I want to live with you? Like he said a couple episodes back, why I'm gonna give you everything it is to live with me without any type of commitment to that? Because living with me comes with some great things.
Okay, let them know.
Living with her, and I'm saying living with my girl's also gonna come with some great things, but why is that coming without no cost? With no
It do.
price? You feel me? So, oh damn. So I think if we in a situation like, now granted, we in a relationship, we moving, we get in the house, fiance, marriage,
I would
that type
say,
of thing.
fiance
We
or-
fiance,
okay,
we in
okay.
fiance status. I bet I
Okay.
can see that. We in fiance status,
Okay.
and it comes down to who's top and handling the bills. If I'm choosing to marry somebody just the way I'm raised, I gotta make sure that any bills that I got, any bills that she got is straight. That comes with some financial planning. Also, becoming aware of what type of woman I'm getting married to. If I know my woman got expensive taste, then I gotta make sure I got an expensive ass salary.
Let them know.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Can't
why?
So you handling like all the bills.
I'm handling all the bills to make sure that she's not stressed. You know what I mean? Like the house, she don't gotta worry about the house. The car, she don't gotta worry about the car. You know what I mean? If she wanna go on a spending spree every week, hey, shawty, look, once a week, once a month, we ain't doing that dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna come with
Okay.
parameters. Like there's certain essentials that you gotta handle as a man, and there's some other stuff that's up for interpretation.
Okay.
You know what I
we can
mean?
discuss that.
Yeah, and that's really depend on how and you and her coordinate. And if she feels like, I feel like one thing that really kills a lot of attraction is if a woman feels like she's got to do it, compared to
Say that.
it being a choice. Because if it's a choice, like, yeah, baby, you can pay the mortgage if you want to, but I got it. And she's like, know what? Happy birthday. She pays the mortgage because she can. All right, cool. But it's a situation like, damn, see, I didn't get that raise like I thought I would. You mind coming out the mortgage? That's a whole different situation.
Yeah.
And I think having that conversation with whoever it is, like you already know who it is, if you in that situation, no, you should just be clear with it. And some people have peace with their wife paying the big boy bills or the grown parents' bills, you know what I'm saying, the grown ass bills we didn't have when we used to live, like life insurance, health insurance, dental, all of that. You know what I mean? Housing, you know what I'm saying? Renters insurance, water, gas, electricity.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think as a man, I should be able to handle that. But some people, depending on how they want to rock stuff, or they want to feel like they're not bogging somebody down, however you're wired, however you're raised, that's up to you. I'm just gonna make sure that if she wants to, she can, but I'm not gonna force her or get into a situation where it's all the weight is on her to come through on that, because that's just not me. You know what I mean? Like, if a shorty coming off the strength saying, I need a nigga who's gonna pay all my bills, I'm like, shorty, why can't you pay your own?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Looking
yeah, it's
for a
a different
father.
situation.
Yeah.
Looking for a damn father.
I can agree with that. I'm hypothetically speaking, if I was shacking up, I want to know coming in that you can afford every bill in the house. But the woman that I am, I'm not going to let you pay every bill. I'm not going to allow you to take on that responsibility by yourself, because we in here together. I'm not looking for a daddy. I don't need you to take care of me. I got a daddy. I don't need another one. But I do want you to be able to take care of all of it yourself.
For sure.
But like I said, I'm the woman that I am. This is me speaking for myself. The woman that I am, I'm not looking for you to take on that responsibility. You could pay the rent, and I'll pay all the little bitty bills, or you pay the rent and the car note, and I'll pay everything else. That's how we're gonna work out. That's, simple.
I do not believe, like, if it's for a season, like, let's say, you know what I'm saying, I know how my job works. So let's say I'm working a big production set. I get hit with a big ass light. My leg, damn, I can't work. I bet. I can't work for like 3 months. And she's like, okay, I'll handle that for a little bit. But guess what? During the 3 months, my leg, I still got my mental, I still got my hands, and we live in 2020. I'm gonna find some type of way to try to make some bread. Especially, you know what I'm saying, now I've committed to her. Like, that's just feel like how most men should move and operate. But you know what I'm saying? That's neither here nor there, because people got, mental health, all that other stuff. You gotta find some way to come up with it. And I think for seasons, it makes sense. For example, your wife has a season called pregnancy.
9 months.
Guess what? You gotta put that on your back and be able to shoulder the stuff that she can at that period of time. So that means you might have to come home some days and hit the dishes or do laundry or do something that you normally wouldn't put on your things to do list. There's seasons to it. It's give and take. And if you're not used to that give and take off the strength, and y'all got real rigid boundaries as it comes with, it's gonna give. And you just gotta find a different way to how to adapt to it.
That's real.
For sure. Like, same thing, bro. Like, I think, like, again, like, wouldn't even shack up. But for me to just feel comfortable, like, even proposing and getting to that point, I would have to be able to handle that. That's just how I was raised, and that's how I want to operate my household, and just like this might be the accountant in me, but it just doesn't sound like a smart financial plan to come in to where it's like we need both to make it, right? Because if one falls off, like especially being an entrepreneur, we see this all the time. Like COVID 2020 hit, like I wouldn't want to be in that situation. And it's like, okay, like we're doing this half and half thing, and now we just got like 4 kids, and now we're staying in like a studio apartment. Just because my income fell like through the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would have to make sure that I can cover all of it. And then again, like I love the freedom of choice in that situation. Like if she wants to cover some of it, cool. It's the same thing even on a smaller level. Like if I'm on a date, I'm going there and I know I can cover it. If the bill comes and she's like, cool, she got it, cool. But if she didn't, like I'm not gonna come there and be like, man, I wonder if you know what I'm saying? Like, a woman can invite me out to a date and say she's gonna pay for it, and I'm still gonna have enough money to pay for it.
Okay, that's
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's weird.
I would
Yep.
just never put myself in that situation.
Yeah.
Like, I just couldn't. So.
Yeah.
Personally, man, I feel like whatever bills, and it's just me, right? Whatever bills concern the both of us, you know what I'm saying? Crib, you know, lights, gas, whatever, I don't mind taking on. But if you have a car note, you got your own car insurance, you pay that. That's your bill. You know what I mean? Whatever
get
bills
that.
we have together, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. But I'm not taking on your baggage too, you know what I'm saying? Like you get bread, spending on your necessities. Because shit, if your car break down and mine is still running, you can use my whip, but it's still my whip.
Got you.
You know what I mean? And I'm still paying for it, you know what I mean? And vice versa, you know what I'm saying? I definitely think that oftentimes people do put certain stuff off on their partner, and I don't think it's necessarily fair. So I did hear at this table from, 3 of y'all? Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? He paid a car note, or I paid a car note. For what, man? That's your wife, bro. And not to be, you know what I'm saying, not to be funny, but shit, if she want to drive, she got to have a car, right? Unless you know what I'm saying, you just buying her cars and shit, which is cool. Hey, shout out to y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever bills we got together, that's the ones I'm rocking out with. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, help out one of those, you can. But if you pay car insurance and a car note, pay that, man, because car insurance is not cheap, and neither is a car note.
Okay.
If you think I'm about to add an extra $700, I'll pay like $700 in car note and car insurance. You know
Bro,
what I'm
that's
saying?
I pay neither, so.
There you go.
Respect. Well, listen, man, that shit is not cheap, and I'm gonna tell y'all boys, I'm not paying no extra.
And bro, I think that's your prerogative though. You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's definitely like someone's gonna probably be like, oh, he ain't a real man. Kill that. You
Got to.
signed up for like if a shorty's gonna get with you, she gonna want to know about this
gonna know
podcast,
that
and she
going
gonna know that going. She gonna know that that's how your disposition is.
I'm about to say,
So-
regardless of the podcast, that's
So
gonna be understood.
she signed up for this. Be willing to live and die with it. Oh, that's wrong. That's
So,
and if you don't want to live and die with it, then get you a different selection, cause he's not the one for you.
no cap. No cap. You want a nigga that's gonna pay your insurance and your car note, don't rock out with your boy. I'm not even going to be real. I don't even want to pay my car note. I'm just trying to figure out ways to get around that for 2 years right now. You know what I'm saying?
How's that going for you, Wesley?
Shit, bro. It's going pretty straight, man. Shout out to the COVID relief fund, man. I got it to pay, but I'm just like, I'm stack it up, baby. You out here stack it up. You think I'm living like this by coincidence? No, I was just fucking around, man. For real, though. You know what I'm saying?
Real different.
Nah, for real.
Well, speaking of which, because I did hear y'all say y'all don't believe in shacking up. Y'all some good old Southern boys, right?
I ain't say that.
Well, okay, outside of my friend right here.
Not my friend.
Not my friend right here. Outside of my friend right here, he can shack up and run foots if he wants to. But you shouldn't be proposing to anybody anyway, because the engagement ring should be 10% of your salary. So if you're not willing to give up 10% of your salary on an engagement ring, you should not be looking to go down that road. So therefore, no engagement, no shacking up, no apartment, no condo, no nothing. Because if you're not willing to give up 10%
That's real.
of what you make on an engagement ring, and that's the minimum, that's on the low end.
I did hear that. Not to mention, you got to pay for the wedding bands,
You
too.
see, it's a lot. It's a lot that goes into it. So yeah, we ain't even got to see y'all don't believe in shacking up. So
Nah,
something to think about.
no, I just think it's an investment. Your whole entire relationship, marriage, is an investment. It's an investment of time. It's damn sure an investment of money. So if you ain't got the money to get into
The
a
funds.
relationship,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you put yourself in that deficit? Even to go to a further point, people will choose to have kids with some people, or be wilding and having kids with people. And some of the people who be having kids with people, you be like, life, to have a life and have a baby is a blessing. Let's not get it twisted. But if the baby is born in adverse situations because you, the mother and or the father, were not ready to bring this child into this world, it's a lot of painful consequences that come with that. And you end up raising a lot of children that are in damaged situations. And I'm not even gonna go into the whole entire other conversations that are around it with abortion, adoption, what have you. But if people were just a little bit more responsible, you know what I mean? You could avoid a lot of damage that's happening that we've seen in our generation from our friends, and even to the further generations that we see now. You see what I'm saying? Y'all boys good over there? Okay, cool. Is that just that's just the main? Okay, cool. Yeah, I seen the camera go down. I was like, gotta communicate that. That was just the wide? Okay, cool. But I think like your investment, like your engagement, whatever it is, it's an investment. If you try to nickel and dime your marriage, like bro, try to nickel and dime your relationship, what type of man is you? You know what I mean? What? Like I told TJ, my honeymoon in Bora Bora for a week. Don't call me.
Okay.
Don't call me.
I'm going to ass on purpose, nigga.
And I'm probably gonna.
100% gonna call you.
Y'all definitely gonna be like, hey bro, how them beaches out there? But still, like, that's one of those things where you gotta have like a real conversation with you. Like right now, if I were to get married, I can't go to Bora Bora on honeymoon, and that's gonna bother the hell out of me. So you know what? I'm gonna get to that level, and then I'll be like, I bet Bora Bora's in the budget. Let's go find one, cause it's not gonna be so hard to find one. There's this thing where people just really don't think there's a lot of people out there. There is 7 billion people in the world. Half of them are the opposite sex. Come on now. You really want to open up your what is it? Your cash, learn a different language. Most high value people learn different languages, know different languages. Why? Because it's high value, and they really want to see if the best person for them is in their own country.
That's real.
That is real.
Man, I'm about to sacre bleu. Baby. You know what I'm saying? La plus français. You know what I mean? That shit. You go crazy. Omelette du fromage. You know what I mean? What y'all know about that? Omelette du fromage. No, that's real shit, man.
That is real. That's very real.
I actually never even thought about that too. For real, man. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say shawty of my dreams ain't in, you know what I'm saying, West Africa somewhere. Speaking Kenyan, you know what I'm saying, with that thing, bro. I mean,
no, but I just think
like that.
Just people just need to open up their perspective on this whole scarcity mindset that we have for people. I just think that plays into it. Like we talking about time.
Yeah.
If a woman is at her peak and she's going quote unquote downwards because of her aesthetics, according to who? You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of fine women.
I'm saying.
Down the opposite side of 30.
Okay.
And so it's like,
Ash dog.
come on, bro.
You are.
I'm trying to go get that, bro.
Come on,
All right,
bro.
Respect.
No, but the second way he's saying, people will like speed up their timeline just because they're trying to base everything off of society standards on how that chart works. Like, and even from like a money perspective, like typically that wouldn't even make sense. Like you said, if you're trying to rush into it and you haven't even hit like your financial peak, nowhere close to it, just because you're like, oh man, I gotta get this girl now. Like, I gotta get her while she's fine. Like you're just
wild.
putting unrealistic expectations on yourself, and it having that pressure, that scarcity mindset causes you to make mistakes. Like that's when you start shooting in the wrong areas.
Yeah.
So
I always equate it to how like I go and travel. The way I travel is the way I really want to do relationships. TJ knows this. I go anywhere and I always bring an extra 2 times what I plan to spend. Why? Because if I see something, I'm only gonna be here one time. I'm not guaranteed to see it again, and I want it now. Boom. So with relationships, that's the way I'm trying to move and operate. So if you're not moving in that vein or operation, I'm not saying you have to. That's just how my father does my mother, and that's how I'm just gonna operate in general. So if that's not how you thinking and that's not how you moving, and that's not how you operating with that abundance mindset, why you going? It's like, why even go out in the dating field? You know what I mean? Like you going out there, oh, I can't get her because I want this, but I'm gonna go settle for something else. And then when you arrive, you end up,
You better say that.
you know what I'm saying? You
Now
arrive.
you got resentment because you settled, and then now you arrive and like you weren't patient.
It's a lot of women that settle. Going back to what you guys are talking about, especially when it comes to age, because we all know women are born with a certain amount of eggs,
Yes.
and they start going, and before you know it, you ain't got none. So we're on a different clock than I would say men are. I think men are on a money clock, and we're more so on a shit.
A lot of
Let me
different
tell-
clocks.
Okay. Shit, when I was 18, I had planned, I should have had my master's by now. I should have been pregnant with my second child. I should have been married by now. I'm 26, and that's not even the route that I even am trying to go, especially now with no damn children, okay? But the clock is ticking, so I think as we get older, our pool gets smaller. And so then we're left with
The scraps.
exactly. And those scraps might not even want us, you know, because then we start talking about, we start talking about type, okay? I'm not light skinned. I don't have the fat ass. I don't have the big titties. I make more than him, so he got an ego problem. You know, it's a different thing. We want different things. So then the pool gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And so then we left with,
The dude in your DM since 2013.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
man.
you know what I'm saying?
At least you know he's consistent. That brother's consistent. Be optimistic about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't settle. Shit, settle politely, respectfully. Hell no, we ain't settling. You know what I'm saying? I
That's a
die
little
alone
shit.
before I settle.
Okay? And that's period.
That's real shit. I die
Settling for
alone.
nothing.
I ain't even tripping on that.
I really, like as a man, because I definitely see my trajectory and it's going up. I know I'm not going to settle. I don't really know how women fight that. You know what I mean? Like, how do you fight time?
You
That's
don't.
what I'm saying. That's the
Brother, you do not.
You don't.
Like,
that's
You
the
don't
explore
fight
part
it.
of the
you know what I'm
podcast.
saying? Like, how do you, like as a dude, like, this money gonna come. These Grammys gonna come. These Emmys gonna come. I'm not worried about that. Now, on the opposite side looking in, like, a woman, like, so many things happen to a woman's body outside of their control. And you'd be like, all right, I can't get XYZ person right now because he likes fit chicks. And because, you know, certain situation, I can't get fit. I can't get back to who I once was. I can't get it all the way back snatched. And I think, bro, I think that's what really is playing on a lot of women's minds too, because they're
absolutely.
just thinking like, I want to have a child, and I want to be with a man and have like good times with him. And then they also be thinking like, at the same time though, like I'm not gonna be in my best shape at a certain point. So I think that's a constant thing, and I think unfortunately certain places like Instagram, especially the beauty care and stuff like that, they play off that, and it's definitely like, you know what I'm saying, has negative effects. You know what I mean? I don't know how a woman is supposed to really combat that, because for dudes, we just gotta go get our money up. It's
And
gonna
that's
happen.
it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Gotta let it compound.
You're
And
gonna
that's
appreciate
it.
That time when it's
I ain't gonna lie to you. You can't fight time. That's like finding the internet. It's undefeated.
Okay.
It's
Every
undefeated for a
time.
reason.
You're a
Every
fool if
time.
you try to fight time.
Every time. But you can't. I work in radio. I don't know. I know Toes probably told
He
you.
said a little bit about it.
So I write articles for Hot 107.9. So that's my main source of income. And I meet people all the time. And I remember meeting Jocelyn Hernandez from Love and Hip Hop. And I ain't never felt so insecure in my life until I seen her body. Insane. I think when I met her, I think probably like 21, 22. She's probably like 26 at the time. Body stupid. But you always have to, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Like, this is after the baby, because she has a baby. I don't know if do y'all know who that is? Jocelyn Hernandez?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, y'all know
Jocelyn,
that
yeah,
is.
we know about
Shout out
that.
to Stevie
Yeah,
on the bus. She on the
yeah.
bus.
See, yeah. Child, she done had a baby. Her snapback is real. But
Honestly.
at that time, I was see? You see what I'm saying? Crazy. You stupid. But competing and comparing yourself to stuff like that, women deal with stuff like that all the time. And it's funny that you bring up Instagram, because I also run Hot 107.9's Instagram pages. and Praise 1025. I run their Instagram page from time to time. But meeting people of that meeting women of that status, and meeting women that look like that, and you like, damn, she getting the niggas I want. I don't look like her. So what do I need to change about myself? Not no more, because, you know, I'm the T, okay?
Talk to him.
Yeah, I'm the T, but...
Lobster and a steak, right? Talk to him.
You better let him know. Okay?
Talk to him.
But my 21-year-old mind, when I started off as an intern at the radio station, is like, damn, how can I compete with somebody like that coming in, like, titties up to her damn chin? You know what I'm saying? Ass crazy. How do I compete with that? And even at 30-something, she's still, I'm telling you, okay? You seen that ass? I seen that ass in person. Okay.
Hey.
Titties
You see the titties?
We ain't talking about the titties today.
But yeah, this day and age, Instagram is a self-esteem killer. How do you deal with that? Because you're only getting older. Women are only getting older. Men can look younger, but women can't look younger. Women can look older.
So is that a, and not to cut you off, is that like I don't really know the answer to that, but is that a dating up thing? Knowing like the statistics, because I think a lot of women get kind of frustrated when they're like, dang, why aren't men at this level that are currently in my age group? It's like, you gotta deal in the reality. If you look up statistically, most men, where you want them to be, they're not there yet because of their age.
Right.
And so that's why women date, successful women date older. I see what that is.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, is that the solution? Like dating older, is that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's
I can
probably,
agree with that.
I don't, because you got to think about what's dating up. Because really, the difference between me and 5 years, right? That's 5 years, 25, 30. Will you be willing to date someone who's 30 years old?
Yes.
Pause. What was that?
he was starting up his truck, going crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you were willing to date someone who's 30 years old, then I think that might just be where you need to shift your focus. Because the people your age aren't working. Insanity is the definition of doing something over and over again. And if you sitting there and you fishing, right? You fishing, you can't find nothing in this pond, go find a different pond.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that might
makes
just be women, if you can't find the dude that you're looking for at your age, don't be scared to date someone a little bit older. And I say a little bit older within 5 years. Because after 5 to 7, look, it's that dude could be like your older brother, daddy type of stuff, and that's gross.
Even then, like I said, dating older, I would prefer to date older, but it's hard to find somebody that is within that 5-year range. One that's interested in me and what I got going on, because they might want to date somebody in their age range. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be sunned. I don't want you to treat me like I'm your child. You need to treat me like somebody that you're dating. And usually when I'm dating somebody 32, 35, they treat me like they little sister. I'm not your child. You know, I'm grown. I make just as much as you. So you need to treat me as such. You know what I'm saying? So that's the risk with dating much older. And I don't know if I want to take that risk, because that's annoying. That's
a perspective I ain't never heard. Y'all better be taking notes. If y'all haven't been taking notes, y'all should have been taking notes. Go start it and run it back and take some notes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do y'all date older women? Would y'all date older women?
Oh yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Really?
Oh yeah. Older women take care of me.
Oh my goodness.
But we're not looking for a son.
goodness.
That's the thing. I'm not looking for somebody to raise. I'm looking for somebody that
But
is...
I'll take care
I
of her
wouldn't
too.
even say, I wouldn't even say in that way of like taking care of me as like a son, but I think just like the respect level
Okay.
and how they treat you. That's I know that's where Zay's coming from.
Treated
Not
like a
like
king.
cooking for me and picking me up. Like, but it's just like
like no cap. You want to be treated like a king.
You date
like,
older.
Yeah.
Or Southern.
Older women, or just in general.
they're the age where they understand.
They understand
like,
some things. They understand like they've gone past the point of who I am as a woman. They know who they are. And now I know how to cater to the man's taste, and not just the man that is
Okay.
just out there, but she knows who you, she learns who you are, and then she starts serving stuff up that hits all my sweet spots. Like there's certain stuff I like, and then next thing you know, now it's like, okay, I'm getting a little bit spoiled.
Okay.
But I like that because I still got the respect as a man. She might be a little bit older than me, but she still treats me as if I got a crown on my head. And older women are really, really good at making sure that you feel validated in that sense.
I agree.
Past the hot girl stage. They way past it.
I agree, man. I ain't
Who
gonna lie
y'all
to you.
dating?
Shout out to the older women. You know what I'm saying? They just a
know,
little
maybe
bit
it's
more
just
seasoned.
the
You know what I'm
way-
saying? They threw a little bit more paprika on that thing.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just sprinkle that thing with a little parsley. With a little parsley. But nah, for real, man. Shout out to the older women.
Yeah. So we're going ahead and bring this one to a close. I really don't think we could have a recap section. I just hope that y'all were taking notes
I'm saying,
because
that's what
I
I
can't
said.
even begin to recap. There's so many takeaways from everybody at this table, things to think about. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you, E, once again for sharing your
course.
thoughts, your perspectives. TJ Risk, y'all already know what it is. It's been another episode.
Yeah. Hey, hold on real quick. Hey,
Hold
man,
on.
shop 24 wrist, man. Shop 24 wrist, man. Get your merch, man. No cap.
Shout out to all the brands. If you've been watching the podcast and you haven't checked out any of our brands, whether it's Abstract Excellence, Elegant Savagery, like coaching and apparel, obviously 24 Wrist. Got the shirt on right now, right?
Come on, man.
Always,
Don't rich
like,
nobody.
If you haven't checked it out, like not even just buying black, but buy quality. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna give it to you, whether it's coaching, whatever it is. Like you see what we putting down here.
Talk to him.
We
Talk to
keep
him.
that
Take
same
off.
intensity with everything that we do. So check us out.
Explore that, Jack.
Ooh.